Welcome into the top five. I'm Paul Catalina. We're brought to you by Flag and Anthem. Go to flagandanthem.com. Use our promo code 365sports. Today, QBs, I think, will be in the portal. I think so. You never know. Again, I'm giving you a lot of thinks and probablys lately, but I'm not an absolutist. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. And I am not a Sith Lord. I think you can tell by how handsome I am. None of them are good looking, right? Like, that's another thing that George Lucas did. He made sure that none of the Sith were like hot. You know, you were like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. Look at the Emperor. He's gross. Number 5, Sam Levitt. It's trending that way. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure where Sam is going to go if he does go, but leaving Kenny Dillingham, I think, is I'll just call it a choice. One of the best quarterback coaches in the country. Sam Levitt already transferred in there from Michigan State and went to play at Arizona State. And remember, we didn't even think he was going to be the starter. It was likely going to be Jaden Rashada. Well, Jaden Rashada is off to another place, and Sam Levitt's been there winning a Big 12 title. And if not for an injury-plagued season this year, Arizona State's likely in the hunt right now. But it's trending that way. It's got all the telltale signs of a family member saying it's not to that point yet, and that Pete Nakos and Steve Wiltfong don't have the right information, but neither of them have backed off it, and probably because they have really good information on that, because that's what those guys do every single day. It just might have leaked out before the Levitt family wanted it to. Number 4, Drew Mestamaker. I would love for him to stay at North Texas his whole career and set records there in all of those things. But I do think that Eric Morris is going to be at a different job next year. And I think that part of the charm of having Eric Morris, a brilliant quarterback developer, come to your school is that he could bring Drew Mestamaker with him. And, you know, if you're Drew Mestamaker, there's a lot of money to be made out there. So let's see what happens with Eric Morris and Drew Mestamaker. But I do not see him rolling back into a G6 team next year, given the amount of money that's going to be thrown at him. Heck, even someone like Arizona State, even if he doesn't follow Eric Morris, if Sam Levitt leaves, they're likely going to have to get into the bidding for a transfer quarterback. Number 3, Taylon Green. There's been no scuttlebutt about this, but I'm just doing the math. A, Bobby Petrino is not going to be the coach there next year. B, we don't know who it's going to be. C, he's an SEC quarterback that puts up big numbers, but is in a really rough spot right now. And a lot of coaches have to be looking at him going, can you imagine what I could do with that guy if he came here? Well, there will be open quarterback spots all over the SEC next year if he wants to stay in that league, or all over the country. So don't be surprised to see him pick a third school. Remember, he came to Arkansas from Boise State. And cash in big, or use that to cash in big for the new coach at Arkansas. Number 2, Avery Johnson. Yesterday we talked about Chris Kleiman's potential hot seat. I think that profoundly affects Avery Johnson. I think they have a great relationship. I don't think that if Avery Johnson had all things being equal would want to leave, but I do think that he is going to at the very least, capitalize on being a talented guy who hasn't hit his potential yet and make some money in the portal. Where does he fit? Depends on who the coaches are, where, and next year. But one thing I would watch is if Colin Klein gets a head coaching job in the Big 12 or somewhere like it, Avery Johnson could be that guy. We'll see. I would not be surprised also to see him go to Oklahoma State and play for Alex Golish, because I think that's one heck of a player-coach match if Alex Golish goes to Oklahoma State. Number 1, DJ Lagway. I would think that the new coach would want to keep DJ Lagway and throw a ton of development behind him. He's making great money at Florida, but it just feels to me, given how much he struggled this year, that he might want a fresh start. And given how highly he was recruited, he will still have his pick. And I know that most of this can probably be blamed on up and down coaching for his 2 years at Florida. Next year, he's draft eligible. And depending on who that coach is, he's going to want to maximize that draft eligibility, even if he has to do it for 2 more years. That's going to do it for the top 5. The carnival begins now.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up. 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.